Baby, I know the real you. Baby, I know the real you. Baby, I know the real you. Baby, I know the real.
This is PrincessLexiseLici, and today I'm going to do a story time video. Hopefully, if I feel comfortable with this video being on YouTube, it will stay on there, but okay. But it was a time when I catfished someone. And if I think about it, I catfished more than one person. But at the time, I was like in the 9th or 10th grade. I can't remember the grade, but I was really young, and it was so childish. And I have learned from it, you guys. The account is deleted. It has been deleted 2 years ago. But yeah, so let's get to this video. So I was new to a school, and there was a boy that I really thought he was so cute. Like, I thought he was so cute, so fine, and I was like, I really want to talk to him. And I see him walking in the hallways, and like, he probably gave me a look, but it was like, keep on going. And like, he was one of those boys who always had people around him. Like, or if he was walking by himself, somebody had to say, "What up, bruh?" You know how to be doing that. So it was like every time I see him, even if he was walking by himself, somebody was hollering at him, talking to him, or something. Like, that's what I mean. Like, he was that, popping. So, like, I thought he was really cute, and I was hoping the next semester that I would have a class with him. I did have a class with him, but it was later down the line. But, alright, so I added him on Facebook when I found out his official name. And I was like, okay, I'm sending him a friend request. This is my page. I sent him a friend request, and he accepted it. But he never really posted on Facebook. But yeah, so I decided to create a fake Facebook page so I can get to know the dude, because I really wanted to get to know the dude. And at this time, I was not comfortable the way I looked at all. I was not comfortable in anything. Like, I wasn't as confident, 2 years later. So, and I was not as confident to go up to the boy and say, hey, and talk to him, because I didn't want to sound thirsty or desperate. He'll tell his homeboys, and I get embarrassed, because we did have a situation in school that was kind of similar to that, and I've seen it before. So I did not want to embarrass myself, and he was really popular, and like, people who are like that, they can tell one person, the whole school will know about you and think you're crazy. And I don't want nobody thinking I'm crazy. So I created a fake Facebook page, and I went on the internet. I searched there pretty black girls. No offense, okay, but I want him to know that I'm black. He was black, guys. So across a picture that looks like it can be like a real photo, not or an Instagram model that looks like she been did up. You know what? So I found a picture that looks natural as possible, kind of bad or natural lighting, like sun lighting, like that. So I downloaded the picture on my computer, and I created the Facebook page. I'm not going to tell the name, but it has been deleted. Trust me, it's been deleted for almost 2 years. It's like 2015. I created it in 2013-ish. So, so I had asked a couple of friends. So once I got like 50 friends, I decided one day I am going to talk to him. So I messaged him, hey, how you doing? And he texts back, later on, and you know how when somebody is on your profile picture, they will start like liking it in your other picture that you posted, because I found a couple of pictures that look similar to her, like look like herself. So I was posting those at different times, and yeah. So he messaged me, and he was like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "Good. How are you?" He was like, "What's your name? What's your age?" You know, the basic stuff. How old are you? And I went above the age that I really was, but and the age that he was too, because we was in the same grade. Okay, we was in the same grade, and it was really strange. So I put on there that I was born, and I was located in a different city. I will not disclose that city. Talking, we have a great conversation, and I really got to know this dude. This dude was really down to earth, really nice, and he was really down to earth, and he was like, "How about you call?" Like probably the second day, because we was having basic conversations. It was not nothing like really interesting telling, to be honest. It was like, "How about you call me and or text me so we can talk?" I I didn't want to give him my real number, and on my voicemail it said my name and last name, and boom. So I did not give him my real phone number or anything like that. So those free texting apps like Text Plus, things like that. So I created me an app so I can text people. So I created that. And with Text Plus, you have to watch a lot of videos to get your minutes. So you can text and call and all that. So the first videos I had like 10 minutes so I can talk to the boy. So I was like, remember, change up your voice. And naturally, my voice changes up, like naturally. Like, I don't do it on purpose. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But sometimes it changes up depending on what I'm talking about, what I'm doing, and the people I'm around. So if I'm talking to somebody who's a little bit more urban, I was trying to talk a little bit more urban. I know that's offensive, but I usually talk like this. I usually talk really dramatic, and that's who I am. So I'm basically the same person, but my voice changes. But anyway, so I talk like this most of the time. Call him, and we were talking, and I made sure my voice was not this. I kind of made it sound a little bit like grown up ish, but girly and sexy. So, because I talk differently on the phone. Like, if I talk on the phone with you would have thought I was a little kid. Like, somebody, I think I asked my friends, how do I talk on the phone? And they was like, you talk like a little girl. And I'm like, what you mean? I talk like a little girl. But anyway, so I try not to talk the way I usually talk. So I talk a little bit more sexy, how you doing? That. So we was talking and all that. And like I said, he's a really good talker. He's very confident. I was talking like, oh, well, I lost my job today. Pretend to, I'm so sad. He was like, it's okay. You'll get another job. Blah, blah, blah. Like, he was very compassionate. Like, it's a lot of things that we were talking about. And yeah, so he was very nice. Really was. And one day he was like, how about you send me some pictures? And I'm like, I had pictures on Facebook, and it, like in real life, when people were back in the day, when they would ask me to send them pictures, I'm like, most of the pictures that I take are on Facebook. So it's like, what's the point of me sending you those pictures? So I said that, and I was like, most of my pictures that I take or that I have on my phone is on Facebook. And he was like, just take a picture of you now. I'm like, I look a hot mess. And he was like, go ahead, I just want to see how you look. I don't care how you look. And I said, well, how about you send me a picture of how you look? So he tried to send on Facebook. For some reason, Facebook was not trying to let me see the picture. So I was like, how about you email it to me and I will email you a picture. I hope I did not use my regular email. I don't think I used my regular email. I think I used the email that I made with the Facebook. So I believe it was that. So he sent me the email. Sent me the picture to my email. And I was like, God, girl. had a picture with his 6-pack. He was brown skinned. You know, I don't discriminate. I like all kinds to me. But he was so fine, you guys. Like, oh my gosh. Like, he was beautiful. And he was like, how would you see one? So I sent him one. And he was like, okay, you looking good too. You looking good too. So I'm like, oh, like it was so fun. But anyways, you guys, like, okay, so we were talking for 2 months on the phone, and one day, my phone so I had me a little, I think it was an iPod or something like that. But anyway, so that thing had broke, and I didn't know the number. I forgot the password to the text plus things like that. So I haven't talked to him since then. So bad, because even after I stopped talking to him, I was seeing him in the hallway, and some kind of feeling, because he started to look at me more, and it was like, I think that he kind of knew it was me. I don't know, because I'm crazy, but I think he kind of knew it was me after a while, because I was talking to my friends. Like I just said, my voice changes, and because he looked at me and he was like, and he kept on walking. So I think that he knew who I was, and like that it was me. And like the year later, so this is, 11, I think it was 11th grade or 12th grade. But I had a class with him, and one time he would ask me for something, and I talked, and he knew my name. I'm like, how do you know my name? Because we never talked, and I didn't disclose my real name. So he was like, hey, Alexis. No, I'm looking at him like, he was like, can I borrow this? Can I borrow this? And I'm like, I gave it to him because I'm a real sharing person. And I'm like, how does he know my name? But anyway, so I felt so happy when he knew my name. I felt so good about myself. I remember I told my friends, they was like, really? Really? And I told my sister, she was like, really? But anyways, this story time probably is boring, but that's the time that I catfished somebody. And when I catfish people, it was not really interesting. We did not meet in person or anything like that. And yeah. Ooh, I have another one. Okay, so split. So the other dude, he was friends with him. I didn't know. He was really fine. Boy, he was light skinned. That's all I can tell you. He was light. And it was kind of the same story, but the dude that I mentioned him on Facebook, he was like, yeah, he was told he was not down to earth. And like the way he acted, in school, he thought he was all that basically. So I really didn't like his personality at all. Like, you didn't have folks act, like they're better than everyone else. And if a girl tried to talk to me, it's like whatever. So I think that he kind of knew that he was being catfished, so I think that's the reason why he was acting like that. But he was he was not a good person at all. And this time was not like that. So, me and my friend, I will not disclose her name, but we were talking. I was like, girl, that boy who was wearing that green shirt in line, that who was standing like by what you call him? I'm not gonna tell the name. Who was in lunch line, and she was like, oh, you talking about blah blah blah. And I was like, that's his name? I'm like, yes. So I found out his name, so that's when I added him on Facebook. But okay, anyway, so he did accept it. But so sorry you guys, I had brain farts. So one of his friends, because I think one of them dated, and asked him to give me his number and stuff. So the dude was like, he said, how about you give her his number, like give me her number. So I was like, okay. I gave her the number, like go ahead and give him the number. So it was so I thought I was texting him, but I think it was him or his other friend. I'm like, really? He was like, send me a picture. So I sent him a picture of me, like actually me, because I did not catfish with him that photo like as me. Um so I sent him a picture of me, and I just got my hair done, so I was looking hot. So I sent him the picture of me, and this time the pictures was not really that good. So he was like, I can't open it up. I can't see it. And he so I was like, oh dang, and I tried to send him other pictures, but he could not, open it. So I was like, dang. So he was like, what's your name? So I gave him my name, but it was spelled in a weird way. Weird way. Talking to him, he was like, after we was talking, he was like, I'm sorry to tell you, but this is not who you think it is. This is blah blah blah. I'm like, really? So I really didn't get to talk to the dude. So the next day, and we was waiting for the bus to come that afternoon, and I saw him and his friends huddling up. So they basically knew who was me because I have a unique look. So they were looking at me, and I felt so nervous. Like I was sweating for dear life. And I was so scared. And yeah, the thing is, the thing that it was like 23 degrees outside, and I'm freaking sweating like it's 90 degrees outside. Like that's how hot and shy I was. But he did not talk to me at all. So anyway, the next day, my friend, she was like, I think she was like, he wants to meet you. I can't remember the story verbatim, but he was like, he wants to meet you so he can see how you look. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know if I said where to meet or he said it, but I was like, how about we meet at this building by blah blah blah, like describing the location at, I think it was 12 or 3 o'clock. Like it was before we was about to get dismissed from class, and I was like, let's meet this time. So I kind of went there like 5 minutes early, and I was walking and walking, and I went to the bathroom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to meet him. Like, what if he looks at me? He's like, turn back around. Okay, like at the time, I did not have no self esteem in myself at all. Like I really didn't. Nowadays, they like what they see. I mean, anyway, so peeking, in the hallway, seeing who's there, and it was that time, like on that time. So I'm looking around. I saw one of my friends, so we was talking, giggling, and laughing and stuff. I did not see him out there. And I saw my cousin out there. We was talking and giggling and laughing. I did not see him out there. This is like 2:05 or something like that. And I did not see him out there. Usually he be in the hallway with his friends and talking and stuff. I did not see him. So I'm like turning around looking. Like, is this a prank? Is this a joke? And I just went back to class. And I was like, and like that day, I made sure that I was looking fresh that day. I made sure that I was cute. I made sure that I put every acne cream on my face to make my face look smooth as possible. So I was so devastated, and I was like, really? But so I did not see him. My friend was like, he said that you wasn't there. And okay, the building that we was in, it was like different doors, like different water fountains that we was trying to meet at. It was different water fountains. So I don't know if he got confused the location we was at. But the thing is, I was walking around the whole freaking building, back and forth to see if he was there. And I did not see him. I think that after I walked, he probably came out of the classroom and like kind of was like behind me, and like we was at, how you move at different locations, but you're in the same. So I think that he was there, but we did not meet. And yeah, and I felt very brave to do that because I felt very brave. So at that time, I don't consider it as catfish, but the only thing that I catfish was my real name. But anyways, but it was like I wanted to meet him, and my friend was like, he said you was not there, he didn't see you, and yeah. And I was like, how about we meet again? And I told her, how about we meet again? And this other time, he was like, no, never mind. She should have been there on time. And like the way it was, I think that she said that. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's what she said. What he said, I can't remember, but I think he said never mind or yeah, and I did not see him again. I saw him around the class, around the building and the school, but we never actually said, "Hey, my name is Son. So what's your name?" But some a deep feeling inside me. After that, I think that he knew who I was. So yeah, and because he would look at me later, so I think he knew who I was. So yeah, you guys, I have so many crazy stories, and I don't think it would be that entertaining. But yeah, so do not catfish anyone. Stay true to yourself. Do not use other people's pictures to get a guy to like you or to get to know you or for you to get to know him. If the dude does not like you for who you are, he does not need to be with you, you guys. Like, drop him, bye bye. And yeah, so will I do that again? No, absolutely not. Would I approach a guy again? No. I would not do that again. I mean, I was childish, I was immature, and I have moved on. And yeah, and the dude is not a nice person at all. He's really not, and he was a bot. I'm sorry to use that language, but he was a bot. So yeah, so I'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time video, and bye.